Right, Dover Airport. We've made it to Athens. It took us so long. Oh, it was like the most stressful time trying to get here because all the taxis and Ubers were on strike. But we're in our Airbnb and we're about to just go out for the afternoon. It's like almost 5 o'clock, so it's just the cupboard. And just quickly, let me show you the view. Okay, now we're off. Next on my planned route around Athens was the Athenian Trilogy, which includes the University of Athens, the Academy, and the National Library. We're just stopping us some coffee. We just found this like nice little monastery store from stuff produced by the monks, and they had like honeys and olive oils, wines. And the lady there was so nice. So I've attempted some Greek. Athens was chosen as the capital city of Greece shortly after the country gained its independence from the Ottoman Empire. The king at the time decided the city needed a revamp with new public buildings. Hence the construction of the neoclassical Athenian Trilogy began around 1864. The construction of the 3 buildings was completed several decades after their conception, around 1890. I think the place is worth a visit and in my opinion feels like a bit of a hidden gem. Although off a main road of Athens and right next to the metro station, it seems like not many people are actually taking the time to admire the beautiful buildings and some of the best examples of neoclassical architecture in Europe. We finally got back from a very long day, and yeah, I got a stain on my skirt that I need to try and get out now, but this is what I wore. I've already taken off my shoes because it's so hot and the city's a bit gross to wear shoes inside. But this is the bedroom for the Airbnb. We've already kind of half messed it up with our suitcases, but yeah, it's quite, the bedroom is very spacious. It's very nice. Then we've got the kitchen through here. It's small, but looks like it would do the trick. We're only here for 2 nights, so I don't think we'll be using it, but it's still good to have just in case. Okay. There's one toilet in here, separate toilet, and then you've got the separate bathroom in here. Nice glass bricks in the shower. But yeah, it's very nice and clean. And then we've got washing machine as well. And then through here, there's the living room. I haven't really spoken much since being on this trip, but it is now day 2, and I thought I would just talk through what's happened so far. So we are from Australia, so the trip to Athens was a very long one. It's about a 24-hour journey almost. The international flights are typically at night, so you're flying at night for most of the first flight to Doha, and we had a delay with that one as well, so it was about an hour delay, and because of curfew we weren't even sure if we were going to actually leave, but we did end up taking off and we made it to Doha, but it was such a quick turnaround. We pretty much, once we landed, we had to head to the next gate, which was kind of a bit stressful. I like having a little bit of time in between just to get my head kind of settled, because I get a little bit dizzy from flights, especially long ones. That one was like almost 14 hours. But thankfully the Doha to Athens flight was only 3 hours and 45 minutes. Once we got to Athens, we had a very chaotic start. We thought it was as simple as ordering an Uber, or if that failed, then getting a taxi. But apparently taxi and Uber drivers have been on strike for the past 2 days, which we did not know until someone made a passing comment, and we thought they were joking, but turns out there was really no one. Like, we could not, I think we were waiting outside in the heat just trying to order an Uber, and then we tried, I think it's the Free Now taxi app as well, and that also we weren't having any success. Luckily I'd done some research before about how to get into the city from the airport, but the reason I wanted to get a taxi is because we had a lot of luggage. We're travelling for 6.5 weeks, and we're going over a few different seasons, so Greece is obviously going to be very hot, and then we're going to be doing hiking, so we needed our hiking gear, and then it's just going to get colder from there in the future. So yeah, we had to pack for a lot of different seasons, which doesn't make it particularly easy. I'm not the best packer. Like, I think I pack well, but I think we just pack too much, and then there's just all these little extras. So to have to get on public transport, I definitely thought we were quite a bit of a target. We had 2 big suitcases, a small little carry-on suitcase, a backpack, a camera bag, my handbag, and these 2 big puffy jackets, which, like, in Athens you obviously don't need at this time of year, so it just seemed like a bit of an overkill, and we definitely were tourists. And so I heard that that metro line in particular, after doing some research, that it can be a bit of a target for pickpockets. And I have no problem using public transport, but I was a bit stressed with all the luggage. It's not the easiest things to manoeuvre either. They're like, 20 plus kilo suitcases, and to have to try and carry them is difficult enough. So I just thought, you know what, I think let's just take the other option, which was the bus. I had the only reason I didn't choose that was because we would have had to stop down the bottom of the hill and lug our suitcases uphill in the heat, which we ended up having to do anyway. It was fine. It was a lot quicker walk than I expected. So we finally made it. I think we landed about 12:30. We didn't make it to the Airbnb until about 4. So that was just unnecessary time. We even asked the host if we could have early check-in, and they were really obliging and gave us like 1:30 check-in, and we didn't even need it. Like, we ended up getting here later than the actual check-in time, which was really frustrating. But having said that, the walk, aside from it being very hot, to the accommodation was really nice. I was actually excited. I've heard and seen some videos of Athens, and not always positive sometimes. So I was pleasantly surprised. Everything is marble, the streets are marble, which can make it a bit slippery, but it is beautiful, and the buildings are all mixed, and the area we were staying is quite green, so there's a lot of trees everywhere. Yeah, it actually gave me a really nice first impression. Aside from the strikes, the actual city part itself is really quite nice. And on the bus ride in, I noticed even some of the suburbs or areas outside of the city looked quite nice as well. So yeah, my first impression was actually mostly decent. I'd already planned the day prior, so we already had that in the maps and we were ready to go. So a lot of what I'd planned to do was go look at shops, because near where we're staying there's a lot of nice shops, and I love a good shop in the city. And yeah, we kind of bought something in every shop, which was not my intention, but I don't know, they must be very good salespeople here. I'm not sure, but or it was just that, we're happy to be off plane. I don't know. I'm still a bit of a haul. So we went to this perfume store, and it was just the most aesthetically pleasing store I've seen in a very long time. They had like a lot of unisex style perfumes. So we bought. Okay, I'm not going to unwrap it because this is probably. But yeah, it was like the bergamot scent. So it's quite versatile. Both Steph and I can use it. So yeah, we're both very excited for that one. And we bought just some of these masks to try. I think they're like yogurt masks or something. But yeah, I tried the hyaluronic acid, and it was so nice on my hand. So I just want to see how these go. Maybe I was going to do one tonight. We'll see. And then maybe we'll get the actual serum. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that. And then I'm running out of mascara. So this brand is quite low tox. Yeah, I know you can get it in Australia, I think, as well. But yeah, they had a whole range here, so decided to get the mascara. We'll see how it goes. And also we've got samples on the place as well. Here we've got a little mountain pepper fragrance. And then it was nice. They threw in stuff for Stav as well. There's a sunscreen, which I'm excited to try because some of the low tox sunscreens are quite greasy, which I don't mind, but all the time, especially like just going to the office, it's a bit much. And then that was that one. This brand, I think they have these in the Greek pharmacies as well. But one that's got like the olive oil from the islands. But they had these cute little. We got these as gifts because they're filled with a lot of natural ingredients, which a lot of our family like. So this is actually based on like a mountain tea scent, which is something that Sab's family drink around Easter time. And so I thought that was a good idea. And then, oh, this was actually a little sample they gave us. Wow, that's really nice. It was like a little body lotion, which I'm excited for. Then we just got these different soaps. So there were 2 scents that seemed appealing. I got this one's a rose and neroli scent, and then this one is a cedarwood and bergamot scent, which is one of my favourites. So it already smells so good. I'm excited for that one. And again, we got more samples. So, oh wow, they gave us heaps of samples. It's a little hair wash. Little cleansing mask, and it's got all olive oil in there as well, and then we've got the anti-wrinkle cream as well. So yes, lots of skincare. Not sure where we're going to put it, but I'm excited. So we've got our 1 full day in Athens today. I'll just quickly show you the outside. We only had 1 full day left in Athens, and I didn't want to jam-pack the day, but there were 2 main sites that I wanted to see. But first, breakfast. It wasn't really breakfast, but we went to this hotel bakery, which had the most amazing lemon cardamom buns, and we also ordered a Freddo cappuccino and Freddo espresso. There's marble everywhere. Look, more marble. Oh, this door. Our next stop was the stadium of the first modern Olympic Games in 1896. The stadium, like many things in Athens, is made entirely of marble. Unfortunately, the day that we were there, a large stage was blocking most of the structure, so we decided not to go inside. I had done some research around the area, and apparently there was another way that you could access the stadium from above, so we attempted to walk up through the back streets and try and find a different way in, or at least to get a view from the top. We just had a 20-minute walk in the sun, and now we got these stairs. Lucky they're in the shade. It's so steep. The place we were trying to get into was Arditos Hill, which is a beautiful pine-covered hillside area which overlooks the stadium. We unfortunately could not find an entrance, and I think we were just too hot. We may not have seen the stadium from the best viewpoint, but we did enjoy walking around the neighbourhood behind the stadium. It was so quiet and very local, and there was barely anyone around, which was really nice and peaceful. We've, after like a 30-minute walk, we finally made it. It's in the background there. So we have to walk up the hill. The Acropolis is the symbol of ancient Greece. It is a complex of marble temples, with the biggest temple, the Parthenon, built around 5th century BC. Although it was undergoing renovation, it is still a must visit in Athens, a culturally significant site. I would, however, recommend getting a guide to understand a lot more of the history when visiting the site. So, what do you think of the Acropolis? This tub is very sweaty. So am I. It's so hot. But the sun's setting, so it should hopefully be a bit better soon. But now that the sun's gone down a bit, it's a lot cooler and it's more bearable. It's more bearable. So this is our second night in Athens and we're leaving tomorrow. So we decided to go to a Greek supermarket and get some water and some snacks for the drive. We also got a chocolate block. Yes, it's all in Greek, so I can't really read it, but Google Translate it later maybe. But yes, this looks like a milk chocolate. So we're gonna try some. Hopefully it hasn't completely melted. So it's a bit melted, but that's what it looks like. Cheers. It's quite milky, but I like it.
It's nice.
Very sweet. It's lighter. It almost looks like caramel colour.
It's nice.
Good.
Nice number.
We'll be enjoying that in the car, I think. Hopefully it doesn't completely melt.
It will.
It will. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see you later. What's that like? It's softer than the other one. I get to try. It's actually called a lemon bun, not a cardamom bun, but it has cardamom in it. So It's so good. We're off and we're driving from Athens to Meteora. So far it's highway. We've already paid one toll.